How's it going, YouTube? Today we're going to be making an Android audio recorder. That's right, a little app for your Android device, okay, using Kivy and Python. Alright, I've decided to delete all the other tutorials that I did because they were just getting too confusing, alright, and this is going to be a lot easier to follow. Okay, so these are going to be quick and easy tutorials that you can follow along with. The prerequisites would be that you've got Python and you've got Kivy installed on your device. I'm going to be using an Ubuntu machine, but you can also use Windows, but I do recommend that you use an Ubuntu or another Linux distro, just so it's easier for you guys to follow along. Alright, so the objective is to create an audio recorder, add a duration functionality for the user to choose a recording time, and finally package it for Android, so you can actually put it on your Android device and then sell it for millions, or just use it to record stuff. Alright, so if you want to follow along with the code, you can pause it and just follow as I do. Okay, first we're going to start laying the foundation. First we create the audio app class. This is a default class which will call or return the default audio tool box layout, which is the root. Okay, this is just the standard procedure for making the app. Alright, so just follow along as I'm doing here, itself and that. These are just standard Python commands for classes and for initialization. If you want to learn the basics and get a bit more insight into Python commands and things like that, if you're interested, then I do recommend the following links down below. They've got some brilliant tutorials on Python and other things as well. Okay, so it's just to learn the basics and learn logic and do all that fun stuff. Alright, so if you just follow along here, we do a bit of super audio tool. Right, and then typing along. So I'm thinking by the end of this it'd probably be about 3 tutorials, hopefully, maybe 4, maybe 5, but by the end of it you're going to have a running audio recorder on your Android device, and then you can bug all your friends and family and start recording them without them knowing. You've probably got an audio recorder on there anyway, but at least you created it, right? Okay, so this is just the standard foundation. Okay, and this is just so we get a blank box coming up, which is the container. Okay. Alright, so this is the root container, which is a box layout. Okay, it's going to contain another 3 box layouts so that we can put the rest of the widgets in. We're going to nest the box layouts within this root widget. Alright, so if we run this, we're going to get something amazing. It's going to be a blank black box. Okay, a blank canvas. Alright. Okay, our first step after this is to add a label. Okay, this label is going to display the time, the duration of the recording, okay, for the user to see. Alright, so I'll put the orientation of the root widget as vertical because the default is horizontal. Okay, so basically what we're saying is that the following widgets down below are going to go from top to bottom. Okay, so it doesn't go basically from left to the right, and we have to give our label an ID, which we've done there. Alright, display label, so we can access it later when we want to add some functionality towards it. Now next, what we're going to do is we're going to create another box layout. Now this is going to be horizontal, so there's no need to put an orientation for this. And we're going to be adding a little text input there. So this is for the duration. If the user decides to switch the switch on and actually pick a duration of the recording, he can do so. Right, and that's that. A few IDs in there. I've given it a size hint as well. One is the horizontal, so we want to take the width of the window, and point 2 is we just want to take a part of it. We don't want the text input and the switch to take the whole, or take, you know, an equal third, which is what's going to be at the end of the window, because it's just going to take up too much of the screen. It's not going to look as nice. All right. So we've got the switch, we've got the text input, we've got the label. Now we need some buttons. All right. So we need to create the 2 buttons at the bottom to start and to stop. So it's another box layout, which is horizontal. Okay. A few suggestions as well when you're naming your widgets or variables. As standard procedure, just name them as something that you're going to remember. Okay, something that's obvious to you and hopefully obvious to somebody else who's coding as well, so they can debug your program. Alright, and so that you can remember what's going on, such as start button and stop button, not I don't know, pizza, because that's not going to be good. I just made myself hungry. Okay, so we're making the start button here, and we're going to make a little stop button. Alright, okay, so those of you who think you can't code, just follow along, and by the end of it you would have made an Android app. Right, so don't tell me you can't do it. Okay, you can all do it. Alright, so let's just finish this up here. Now in the actual picture there, the stop button is disabled. I'm not going to add that for now. We don't need it for now, but we will add it in the next tutorials. Okay, so let's run that, and that's what we've got. Okay, so this is the foundation. We've basically built the schematics for the app. Alright, do not forget, please, to import these imports. We need these, otherwise your program will crash. Alright, we need to import all these classes and these objects. Stay tuned. The next video we're going to add all that good stuff. We're going to add all the logic, aka connecting all the things. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for the subscribers that I've got at the moment. Click thumbs up. Follow me on Twitter. Stay tuned for a variety of tutorials. I've got a lot of ideas with Scapy and all that fun stuff. Keep coding, keep being awesome, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. See ya.